What is up, folks? Bristol Gaming. We are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show will help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you guys can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. But before we jump into anything, I'm going to say three things. One, I apologize for my voice. I know it sounds messed up. Everyone in the house has just come down with a really bad summer cold. It's just been kicking our butts this week. Two, thank you, mod authors, for all the cool work you guys have been doing. Really like seeing all the cool stuff you guys have come up with or updating old stuff. And three, thank you, community members, because the support really does mean the world to us. You guys have been just killing it lately with likes and comments and everything. It just really does mean the world. Thank you guys so much for that. But now we're going to jump into the mods. And our first mod is the Not Just the Standard Pace by Weird. And it makes it so the surface you run on impacts the speed. So we've got this rock right here, and we're going to run from this rock down to the bridge on the grass, and then we'll do it on the paved road so you can see what I'm talking about. And we're going to time it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, about 9 seconds, give or take. Now we're going to do it right here from the bridge up to the rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? About 3 seconds faster. It doesn't impact vehicles that I've seen. I've tested it with the bicycle, the mini bike. I haven't tested it with the 4x4, so you guys will have to check that one. But if we go from here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4, and then we do it again on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe about by a second. Not enough to really be that impactful. So it's better for early game type stuff, especially when, if you spawn like on the top of a mountain, like up there in the distance, it forces you to travel down the roads. I don't want to say force, it pushes you to travel to the roads because you're going to get 1, less stamina consumption, 2, have a slightly easier path, and 3, because of the way Alpha 21 does its road generation, you might actually pass by a few more POIs and have a little bit more fun with it than just, running straight cross country or something like that. I've had a lot of fun playing around with this mod. I think you guys will as well. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is just a super small quality of life thing, and it is the Quality Modslot Boost by Epic Spire. And what this does is it takes the quality of the item determines the amount of slots you can have. So if we look at this level 1 padded hood, or leather hood rather, we see we have 1 slot. But if we come to a level 2, we have 2 slots. We come to a level 3, we have 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6. Like I said, it's a small quality of life thing, but the reason it's good is because it gives you, the higher you go, not only do you get better stats per item, you can also slot more in. So objectively, always a level 4 is going to supersede a level 5. Not just in stats, but then you have slots that you can add to it to make it better, to where you could add in a helmet lights or, water purifier or anything like that. So it makes it better and makes you always want to continue to progress forward, as opposed to saying, well, I got this level 4, but the stats wise it's pretty much the exact same as this level 5. And because they both, level 4 and level 5, only have 4 slots or whatever, now you're always going to select the level 5 and you're going to keep progressing. It gives you a more linear progression path, as opposed to kind of stagnate and holding on to 1 until you get the 6 or whatever. It's a lot better in that case, I think. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the Ratbert's Quality of Life, and it's a small mod that doesn't really change every stack, but it does change some. It adds in stuff though that I really like if we come here and we look at the generator now has a total gas hold of 2,000 as opposed to 1,000. Outputs 402 watts as opposed to the 300 watts for the default. The electric fence posts now have a durability of 500 as opposed to 250. There is an admin concrete block that you can put down if you're on a main server, or like hosting a server or anything like that, that the only way this can be destroyed is if people dig underneath it. So if you just, have this at bedrock, there's no way they can break it, especially if you do like really cool buildings and stuff like that. You don't want people damaging it. Seeds now stack to 500. Canned goods now stack to 25. First aid kits stack to 10. Splints, pills, and casts stack to 20. They've added a recipe for beaker schematic and acid, since those weren't there before. All cooked food now stacks to 25. You now have a chance to get eggs and refrigerators. There's a little bit better chance of dog food spawning in the world. Speaking of birds, though, when you're out looting, birds' nests no longer destroy when looted. Spears do just a little bit more damage. They've added in craftable dyes. We look over here, we have arrow recipes, where you see here it uses cloth as opposed to feathers. So, you know, if you find yourself out of feathers and you need to make some arrows, you can always use cloth. It's a small quality of life thing that is really nice, because like I said, it doesn't go super overboard, but the things that it changes have always been things that I'm like, why isn't this default? And it does those things that I really like, especially if we come in here and we look at dyes, because now we can craft dyes again, which we couldn't before, and I really like that, especially for, you know, doing different themes on armors and stuff like that with friends. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright folks, so this last mod is the super cool Craft Crumb Containers by Aiden Thorn, and it's just a really neat mod that gives you the ability to craft from any storage container, so long as the materials are there. So right now you say, I want to craft a bedroll. Well, we don't actually have any plant fibers in our inventory. Our plant fibers are right here in the storage crate, right? Well, we can go ahead and craft a bedroll, even though we didn't have the plant fibers in our inventory. But I will say this thing has a super range. We're gonna come out here to the road by this car. That's about 30 blocks, give or take. We can still craft. We can actually come down here to the corner of this road over here, and we can still craft. We only have 7 on us, but it shows that we still have a total of 21. We can come down here and look at how far we can craft. This is super gimmicky and kind of broken. The range, you see how far away we are? Like, you can go super far away and still be able to craft. Now we can't, but we can craft here. See? This is great for those people who aren't like me or Lunabug, or super big hoarder. But if you've got materials inside of your bike or something like that, and you need to craft something in a pinch, I say bike, you could have the 4x4 or whatever, and you need to craft something in a pinch, so long as you have the materials in a container or something near you, or as you saw, not even necessarily in you, you can craft whatever. We can come into our workbench and we want to craft a building block or whatever. If we don't have the materials on us, we can craft it. So it really opens up how you can build a base. If you want to build a horde base inside your main base, like right here, if we wanted to build a horde base here, but we wanted all of our storage and crafting stuff, storage up top, crafting stuff way down below, or even vice versa, then we could do that. And we could still be able to craft, because you saw how far of a distance we have to be able to craft at workbenches or out of our inventory with what's just inside of the storage containers. And it works really well with the quick stack mod, to where you can just walk into range, stack everything, craft what you need to craft without having to worry about going into whatever container, pulling stuff out, craft and go. It really does open up a lot. I wish it were easier to change the range, because the range is super far. Like, we were at that apartment building way over there, which is 200 blocks or more away, but it's still really nice to be able to have a mod like this where we can craft without having to actively dig into everything. But with that, folks, we're done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. If you didn't like the episode, hey, you can leave a dislike too. That is okay. But if you do leave a dislike, I just ask, leave a comment, tell us what we can do better, man. We're always trying to improve. But with that, have fun, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.